What up, YouTube? It's me, Isaac, coming to you with another edition of my life. Whoa, my hair's all over the place. Holy crap. That looks weird. Give me a second. Dadgummit. Well, then again, my hair is always wild. I mean, well, you know, my hair really is always wild. Y'all have seen it in my videos. Except for when I'm wearing my hats, like my cowboy hat, or one of my mini racing hats that my grandpa gave me before, well, let's just say one of the mini racing hats my grandpa gave me. And, so y'all have seen my music videos where I'm playing straight with just my fingers. But y'all know, if you saw my evolution of my career as a musician / guitarist, y'all know I've upgraded to using a pick. But when I do my music videos from now on, let me grab my guitar and show you what I mean. By the fact that there's going to be a little bit of a, sorry about that, my Mario bottle just fell, which I got that for Christmas, which is cool. And, let me show you what I mean from here. So y'all have heard me play with just my fingers, but listen to this. The reason I upgraded to a pick is because, like I said, in my evolution of my career as a guitarist / musician video, is because one, playing with your fingers just by themselves leaves can lead to calluses, which Lord knows every guitarist has had to deal with those, even if they use picks. But so my aunt, as I've said before, my aunt got me this, and I decided to test it out when we got back from Florida. It works pretty damn well. Actually, it works really damn well. But from now on, when I do one of my music videos, you will hear the chain hit, because I am definitely not taking the pick off the chain, because it's just easier for me to use a pick now. I mean, as soon as I get a set of new strings, God knows I need them. I mean, give me a minute and I'll show you what I mean. Well, maybe. You see how oxidized these look? And they even sound a little oxidized, at least to me. I mean, I'll still play with oxidized strings until they break, or until I start getting calluses, or in this case, the sound starts sounding crappy with my pick. But either way, and I hope my mom's listening to me record this. I don't know if she can, because I'm back in my apartment, which is a attached to the, well, you know what I mean. And so let me show you what I mean by the sound editing, if I can reach the daggum pick I set down when I was picking up my guitar. Ha, funny. So let me show you what it sounds like when I pluck with just my thumb and finger. So you can hear, so you heard that tone, and now listen to this. You can completely hear the difference with my fingers versus my versus the pick and chain. Which, like I said, the reason I'm starting to use the pick and chain is because it's not exactly fun. Well, actually, it is fun to play. Any way I can. It's always fun to play, but it's these strings are getting to the point where I need to get another pair, which I don't know if I don't know when I will be able to change my strings. God knows I need to. But either way, even if I don't change my strings until at least one of them snaps, which, God, I hope, God, every guitarist, when they are playing, needs to be aware of strings getting dull, because, like I said, they could snap, and the duller they get, the easier it is for the string to break off. And that was, like, I think maybe the 12th or 13th lesson my uncle gave me, which I don't know why the hell he didn't start with that. Well, at least that be one of the first 5, not the 10th or 11th or whatever lesson that was. Especially for an 8-year-old at the time. That would have been, I mean, I ain't saying my uncle was a bad teacher. Far from it. My uncle was a damn good teacher. The only way I can even say how good of a teacher my uncle was is saying that, sorry if I get teary-eyed, this is a somewhat, it's an easy subject to talk about, but it's also heart-wrenching for me because of the circumstances of how I got my favorite guitar in my hands right now. But if you've seen some of my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. My uncle passed away, and he had a conversation with his son just a couple of days before. I don't know if my uncle knew that he was going to pass when he passed. God, I really hope not. But I digress. And then when we had the celebration of life, sorry, this is like I said, sore and not so sore subject to bring up. My cousin handed me a clearly known guitar case to me, and the guitar was in it. She's an absolute beauty, and I love the way she sounds. Always have loved the way she sounded and sounds. She sounds absolutely amazing, whether she has brand new strings on her or strings that are very, very oxidized like they are right now. And so the reason why I decided to start using a pick was, like I said, because the pick is on a chain. And the reason I never used picks before, besides the fact that playing with my fingers is how I learned, but the reason I never used a pick before, but I do have plenty of guitar picks, and I have one that my dad bought me that says I could not have picked a better son. I don't know if I've brought that one up, but I keep that one under lock and key along with some other stuff I don't use, or they are just for display purposes. They're in a display case. But the reason I don't use that one, besides how precious it is to me, although this one is just as precious to me as the one my dad bought me. Thanks, Dad. And so the reason why I use the one that's around my neck is because it's literally attached to a chain. So if it falls into the sound hole and it's around my wrist, because that's how I use it, I won't lose it down the sound hole, which I know that there's at least one, maybe two Fender picks down the sound hole, because I've actually dropped a couple of regular old Fender picks that came with my starter Fender that I did a video on when my mom let me finally freaking open it when I got to my apartment after everything got moved in. So y'all have seen my Fender, or actually wait, I don't remember if I've actually recorded a video with that. But I digress. It's just one of those starter Fenders for people who want the Fender brand but don't want to shell out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Because if you've walked into a music store, a guitar shop, and just looked at take the new models. Even I will not buy a Fender unless I save up the money, which God knows I want to, because Fenders are amazing and they sound very, very, very nice. Even the starter Fender that I paid, I think it was $100, maybe 120. But it's my dream guitar, minus the fact that my uncle's guitar is the one guitar I want to play. So I've got my Fender in my closet. She's just a display piece. And But if I do save up the money for a non-starter Fender, I may play it once just because how good sound. And the one Fender I really want, well, actually, I'm a guitarist, so I always want a Fender. Even though I already have one, I want something that's better than a starter Fender that is a display piece. But I digress. And the funny thing about it is, I just got into a new hobby just a couple of months ago. Which, if you've seen a couple of episodes of my adventures as a digidestin trading card edition, you will know that that's the new hobby I've gotten into over the last couple of months. Actually, wait. I think it's been over a year now that I've been collecting slash playing Digimon cards again. But I remember back in school, we uh, we had this Digimon trading card and Digivice club at school, and I remember the deck I used was a yellow deck, which the main boss monster of that, the main part of that deck was Magna Angemon and Seraphimon, which, good lord, I can't even tell you how hard it was to summon Seraphimon, because I probably only did that. Let's see. I was in that club for about, let's see. The club started in high school, 4 years, although some of the meetings I couldn't go to because, well, I'd really rather not get into that. But if you know, you know. And so like I said, I ran a light deck, which is Angemon, Magna Angemon, uh, Seraphimon, if you're lucky, because that thing was really hard to summon. Although the new trading card games mechanics make it a little bit easier to summon, but I don't even have the well, wait. Oh wait, that was wait. I can't remember who the ace card was. I can't remember what the ace card was I pulled out of the pack that I bought at my local card shop. But wait a minute. I'm trying to think of who it was, because I know who it was because I used them in Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. But I cannot for the life of me remember who the Azulongmon. That's it. I don't know why I don't know why it took me so long to think what ace card I pulled from the very first pack I opened. Although the thing, I love my local card shop, and because it gives me a reason to get out when it's not too damn cold, which actually, huh. If I knew where my deck was, I would ask my brother to take me today, because my local card shop's Digimon Day is Sundays, as you've seen in some of my videos. It's really cool when I get a chance to play with play cards with people because it gives me a chance to get out of the house and just do something I enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy just sitting around playing guitar, playing video games, and all that stuff, but getting out of the house is really important. Socialization is actually important. As y'all know, humans are humans are social creatures, and so yeah. Also, one of the socialization things I do is actually what I'm doing right now, my YouTube videos and stuff like that. And yeah, my I'm really I'm I'm really happy with where my sub count is. If it stays where it's at, it stays where it's at. If it increases, it increases. Do I want to get the 1,000 subscriber play button like all YouTubers do? Hell yes. Will I be happy if what am I happy with my subscriber base as it is now? Hell yes. Do I wish my subscriber count would stop stop going up and then going down like so many YouTubers subscriber counts have done? Yes. I don't know why that has happened to me and several other YouTubers. It's even happened to big YouTubers, but I will not mention them because if you know the YouTubers I'm talking about, you know the YouTubers I'm talking about. But I will say that a couple of the pages that I love watching besides my own videos, they've even admitted to their sub counts going up and then going down and then going back up and then going back down. It's really odd, and sometimes you get so much traffic to your channel that the view count can't even keep up with it, which that's freaking awesome when that happens. Although it's also kind of freaking annoying too when that happens because you can't really keep track of you can't really you don't know your actual view count, which really sucks because some people do keep track of that. I am one of them who well, I don't keep constant track of them, but a YouTuber does like to see their views, subscriber, like, and comment. Um, they like all those things to increase, and like I said, I'm one of them that wants their comment and subscriber counts to and my like counts to go up, which would be awesome if they do. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Like I said, I want that 1,000 subscriber play button. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But I have wanted it for hell since I started my first channel on my 16th birthday back in December. It was 12/1/06 that I started my first YouTube channel. And it's just weird how a chain and pick around my neck could turn into the video it's turned into. I'm your host, Isaac Brummett. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. I know I sure as shit will.